The MotoGP world is once again in an uproar over the surprising changes that have taken place at Ducati following the controversial comments made by Marc Marquez. The Spanish rider, known for his sharp comments, seems to have provoked a swift response from the Italian factory team. It didn't take long for Ducati to make a strategic move that is now being debated by fans and racing analysts alike. Will this change benefit Ducati, or will it open a gap for their rivals to attack? Let's discuss it in detail. As the 2025 MotoGP season approaches, the attention of the racing world is focused on the Ducati squad, which is strengthened by defending champion Francesco Bagnaia and 8-time world champion Marc Marquez. The combination of these two elite riders reminds many of the legendary rivalry between Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost in Formula One. However, both Bagnaia and Marquez have insisted that they want to take a different path, prioritizing respect and cooperation rather than a rivalry full of conflict. In the recent documentary Dream Team, Marquez openly responds to comparisons with Senna and Prost. He stated, "Me and Pecco must not end up like Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost." Marquez also expressed his admiration for Senna, saying, "I prefer Senna because I saw his documentary and I liked his character." Bagnaia had a similar opinion. He admitted that he was often compared to Prost, but insisted that he did not want to get involved in an unproductive internal conflict. "To start a war in the team now makes no sense, it will benefit nobody," said Bagnaia. Ducati's decision to bring two of its best riders together in one team has sparked speculation about their internal dynamics. However, both Marquez and Bagnaia are determined to create a harmonious environment for the success of the team. Rather than getting caught up in a damaging rivalry, both want to use their respective strengths to improve Ducati's performance. By sharing knowledge and experience, they hope to push the limits of the bike's capabilities and set new standards in MotoGP competition. Although they have stated their commitment to maintaining a professional relationship, it is undeniable that both riders are highly competitive figures and are both chasing world titles. Competition on the track is part of their DNA, and when the race starts, the natural instincts of top riders can take over. Throughout pre-season testing, Ducati have seen signs that this internal competition will be fiercer than expected. Marc Marquez, with all his experience and racing instincts, has adapted to the GP25 bike faster than expected. In fact, he was able to record lap times equal to or several times faster than Francesco Bagnaia. This proves that Marquez is not only a teammate, but also a real threat to the defending champion. On the other hand, Bagnaia is no ordinary rider. A long-term Ducati project, he has developed his riding style in harmony with the Desmacetici's characteristics. His success in winning 2 consecutive world titles was no accident, but the result of hard work, consistency, and his ability to understand the bike intimately. With his status as head of the Ducati development project, it is natural that expectations are higher for him than for Marquez, who has just joined the team. Although both have stated that internal conflict only drains energy and hinders the development of the team, the situation could change if they start to compete directly for victory in each series. Marquez and Bagnaia have different characters, but both are riders who do not want to lose easily. If they continue to push each other to the limit, tensions could rise both on and off the track. Ducati themselves have stated that they will give both riders equal status at the start of the season, with no special treatment for either party. However, as the season progresses, the dynamic within the team could change. If one rider begins to dominate, the team may be forced to make strategic decisions in the interest of title contention. History has shown that when 2 world-class riders compete in the same team, tensions can arise despite the initial intention to maintain a professional relationship. The challenge for Ducati is to maintain a balance between giving both riders the freedom to compete and ensuring that the competition remains healthy. With 2 talented and ambitious riders in the same team, the Italian team must find the best strategy to manage the internal dynamics so that they do not end in damaging conflict. Team manager Davide Tardozzi has made it clear that there will be no strict team orders at the start of the season. Ducati want their 2 riders to push each other to the limit. It's an interesting approach, but there are risks involved. MotoGP history has shown that when 2 riders from the same team fight hard without a clear direction, the rivalry can become difficult to control. However, if one rider starts to build a big lead in the points, Ducati may have to consider a new strategy. Many teams have had to choose to prioritize one rider in order to maximize their chances of winning the championship. This type of strategy is nothing new in MotoGP, where titles are often decided by consistency and teamwork. One potential conflict that could arise is the different riding styles of the 2 riders. Marquez is known for his aggressive riding style and daring overtaking maneuvers, often taking big risks in every corner. Meanwhile, Bagnaya's strength lies in precise race management, relying on consistency and a well-thought-out strategy to preserve tires and maintain race rhythm. If the two often duel on track, Ducati may have to take steps to prevent incidents that could affect the team's overall points tally. In addition to the competition on the track, another factor that could affect the balance within the team is the dynamics of the bike's development. Bagnaia has been building the GP25 to his liking for years. His experience with Ducati gives him an advantage in understanding the bike's characteristics and how to adjust the settings to suit his riding style. However, the arrival of Marquez could significantly change the direction of the bike's development. With his status as one of the most influential riders in MotoGP, Marquez will certainly want a bike that suits his needs. This could be a challenge for Ducati in determining the ideal direction of development, as changes that benefit one rider could hinder the performance of another. While this challenge cannot be avoided, Ducati also have the potential to reap great benefits from this situation. If they can manage the rivalry well, the combination of Marquez and Bagnaia could further strengthen Ducati's dominance in MotoGP. Healthy internal competition can improve the overall performance of the team, making them superior to their rivals. Ducati have shown themselves to be a team that can adapt quickly to change, and they have the resources to manage the situation with the right strategy. However, the first few races of the 2025 season will be crucial in seeing how this dynamic develops over time. If both riders maintain their professionalism and are able to build a solid partnership on track, Ducati has a great chance of becoming an almost unbeatable team, dominating the podium in many races throughout the season. On the other hand, if the rivalry between the two heats up and turns into a prolonged conflict, this situation could potentially trigger internal divisions within the team. As a result, Ducati could actually suffer major losses that would negatively impact their position in the championship standings. For the time being, both Marquez and Bagnaia have stated their commitment to working together for the good of the team. Both have shown a positive attitude and mutual respect on various occasions, both on and off the track. However, the long history of MotoGP has provided many examples of how rivalries that initially seemed healthy and friendly can turn into bitter feuds, especially when the fight for the World Championship heats up and the pressure is at its peak. With the presence of two riders with big ambitions in one team, it is possible that the 2025 season will be one of the most interesting, intense, and dramatic MotoGP seasons in the history of this championship. Who is your favorite Ducati rider for the 2025 season? Is it Francesco Bagnaia, who has proven his worth by winning the World Championship with Ducati and showing incredible consistency on the track? Or is it Marc Marquez, the multi-title champion, who will be looking to prove that he can still dominate with a new bike and pose a fresh challenge to his rivals? Both have unique riding styles and different strategies, so the competition is sure to be even more interesting next season. What do you think? Feel free to share your opinion in the comments section.